Welcome back to Emily Wamboy Busy at Home. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a very simple chicken biryani. Because I'm a mom of a 10-month-old baby, I don't have the time to labor in the kitchen and do complicated recipes. So this is like one of those recipes that I always run to. I make my chicken and sometimes I can do it with rice or other starches. I don't know whether that's a bad thing, but I think I'm going to call this recipe chicken biryani style because I do it very many different ways. So I'm going to show you how simple this is. Okay, so here are my ingredients. I'm going to show you. So here I have a full chicken that I've cut into pieces. Like those are medium-sized pieces. Like they're not too small or too big, and it's fully thawed. I have here 4 large onions, and I've sliced them, and I've made sure that my slices are, almost the same size. Yeah, mostly the same size, so that we're going to fry them, and we do not want some of the onions frying faster than others burning, so you want them at almost the same size. Here we have 2 tablespoons of tomato paste and about 3 tablespoons of ginger and garlic paste. So here's what I do. When I get my ginger and garlic, I'll blend it up and I'll put it in this like jars. Like I have like jars of just ginger and garlic, just garlic, and I just put them in the fridge for just reaching to them really easy. Then here I have like a whole bunch of parsley, or you can use dhania or mint, and I have 2 limes. I'm also going to use some yogurt. You can use store-bought, but I make my own yogurt and I store it in this container. You can use biryani spices, but I'm using garam masala, which is okay as well. And here I have tomatoes that I've crushed, blended tomatoes, some salt and some oil. So the first thing that we're going to do before we do anything is fry our onions. We want to deep fry them so that they give our biryani flavor. You don't just want to fry them, you want to fry them until they're golden brown. So right here I have some oil, and it's cold oil. I haven't heated it, and I'm going to drop in all my onions in there. And I like to start my onions in cold oil so that they fry a bit more evenly than if I were to just drop them in hot blazing oil. So I'm going to drop all my onions in there. But you can see they started turning a bit of golden brown. Sasa hapa ni kubabysit. Do not go and do other things. So unaona kama mimi, if your onions they weren't even, na zingine zimeanza ku brown, but the thin ones have started browning. So easy onions, they go so fast. Put the gas off, and then we'll remove them onto a plate to drain the oil. Yeah, you have to be so careful so that they don't burn. They burn very fast. So hata kutoa unatoa haraka. Kidogo nikule hizi onions zote, ni tamu. So when you fried your onions, you just need to crush them like so. Like so. Actually, tamu, they're so good. Now let's marinate our chicken. So the reason why this recipe is so easy is because you just marinate your chicken in the pot that you're going to use. This is the pot I'm going to be cooking it in. So I'm just going to marinate everything in here, and then I'm just going to cook everything in here. So let's go. So we put our chicken like even. like so. Okay, so we have our chicken. Let's put in all these ingredients: the tomato paste, the ginger garlic paste, dania, blended tomatoes, weka yote pale ndani. Do you agree with me that this is very simple? Your garam masala, yogurt, about 3 tablespoons full of yogurt. What? Imenda yote. Some salt. Just use a bit right now, and oil, about like quarter cup, and some limes. You can use lemons, by the way. Come on, this is what I had in my fridge. So yeah, and then your onions, but not all of them. You want to leave a bit for garnishing. Okay, that should be enough if I don't eat it all. You now mix all your ingredients together. Hey, already the smells, so good, so good, oh, so good. But if you do make this recipe, let me know. After you've mixed all the ingredients together, is you just cover it, put the pot, just put it in the fridge overnight, or a minimum of 3 hours for the chicken to really take on the juices. So that's what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to make this tomorrow for you. That's in a second. Welcome back. So I have just removed my chicken from the fridge. Oh, it's smelling so good, and I know the spices imeingia mpaka ndani, so I'm sure when we cook it, it's going to be really tasty, especially if you put in your chicken in the fridge for more than 6 hours. So good. It's going to be tender because of the lemon. It's going to have flavor because of the tomatoes, and you remember all that onion that we put in here. It's going to have so much flavor. So the reason why this is so simple, you just put it on the fire. Venye tu iko, just the way it is. You just put it on the fire on medium to low heat, and then stir it once in a while and let it cook until the chicken is fully cooked. So let's do that. Are you enjoying this video? If you are, be sure to click that like button, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hit it, iko hapa chini. So our biryani is ready. The sauce looks so yummy. So yummy. But remember I told you we're going to do biryani style chicken because I wasn't going to do biryani. Well, somebody made rice. Nikafikiria, why not just do biryani? Yeah, so whenever you're making biryani, always use biryani rice because it's a bit firmer. So I always buy 2 kinds of rice. I'll buy the pishori rice, and then I'll buy a biryani rice for making pilau and biryani etc. But then for pishori, you just boil it and do with your beans, namadingu, or whatever, or meat. So since we have rice here, we'll just layer and do biryani. So when you make your rice for biryani, unai make until it's 70% cooked. But this is all the way cooked. But we're still going to use it. So I'm just going to remove some of the rice. I just want like half of it. Then I'm going to take my biryani sauce. First of all, I'm going to use the meat. Just put the meat in. I've also not colored my rice because it was already cooked, but color yenye iko kwa sauce will do as well. Then add in your extra parsley, madania. Parsley is what I had, and a bit of the onions. Actually, cook sides. It will be very yummy. But the rest of the sauce you're going to serve kando. Don't the rice to be soggy. And then now I'm going to put some more parsley, some onions, rather the rest of the onions. Then tutafunika and put it back on the stove for a few minutes until the sauces and the chicken and the rice come together. There we have our biryani and some sauce. So let's try. Looks so yummy. It's so good. Thank you so much for joining me in making this recipe. Please make it in your own kitchen and let me know how it turns out. The recipe is in the description box below, and if you want to see my recipe of mandazi, just go to my page and click on the mandazi recipe. And if you're going to make that as well, please tag me, take a photo and tag me on Instagram. And thank you so much. Adios.